Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay.
Adventurous.
Shazam!
There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation. The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
a builder,
I coach,
culinary arts,
auditor,
a firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official, just go for it.
Take the plunge, open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyes2officiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, Consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Welcome to the new era of brand promotion. Are you trying to find a way to make a splash? We understand that advertising isn't what it used to be. Things have changed. Advertising is both more dynamic and more engaging. Schrei Media keeps your brand not just seen, but remembered. In a world where staying relevant is key, we are your partners in staying top of mind.
At Schrei Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Schrei Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television, make an impact. Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
To Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. It's college softball in the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. Coming to you live, Southeast Sports Network, AAC Digital Network. Thrilled to have you along for the ride for another great day of softball. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson here with me, and just getting to know these two teams. A couple of really good programs battling it out. Day 3 of the tournament and our first game of the day. Before we get started, a couple of pregame notes. I wanted to give a special shout out to our friends at Visit Kingsport. Our accommodations are just fantastic, and Kingsport is such a beautiful place to visit. They've got hiking. This is where we are at Brickyard Park. Great travel sports opportunities through the Visitors Bureau. Water parks, you name it, concerts, live music. It's a beautiful place, and it's a great drive down into the mountains in pretty good range of a lot of cities. I came up from Chattanooga. It took me less than 3 hours to get here, and that was with a couple of stops for Lorenzo. So we had a good time getting here. Beautiful place to visit, great places to eat and shop downtown and around town. Just close to Bristol, Tennessee. You can go see some motor racing while you stay in town, and it's just really a beautiful place to be. So thank you to Visit Kingsport for our wonderful accommodations. It was easy to check in at the Meadowview Conference Resort Center, and our stay has been great over there. We're going to get started in just a moment. College softball in the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament coming up in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. it is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
At Schrei Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Schrei Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television, make an impact. Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
Mike.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, about to get started. From Brickyard Park, college softball. It's day 3 of the Appalachian Athletic Conference softball tournament. The Columbia Koalas, the Tigers of Brenau, an exciting matchup. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. Thrilled to have you along with us. Hope you're ready to get started between these two. Lorenzo, a really good matchup between these two programs. Talk to me about your expectations for this.
My expectations that we're going to see two teams that are fighting for their postseason lives. Obviously, both of them have suffered a loss over the course of this weekend. Columbia's loss coming in day 1 against Tennessee Wesleyan. Brenau's loss coming yesterday against the top-seeded Reinhardt Eagles. So both of these teams are fighting. They're fighting to remain in the tournament. They're fighting to remain in Kingsport. So expect them to come out and play their best ball today.
About to get started. The Koalas will be first to bat. Leading off in the batting order for Columbia College is Sanders. Sanders going to be followed in the order today by Sharp, Azurdia, Smith, Monson, Crawley, Roman Poole, Franco, and Dennis. Dennis pitching. The DP is Crawley.
This is Shaw's second appearance in the tournament. First appearance came in Brenau's victory over Chua McConnell. And she went the whole 7, only surrendering 4 hits against the Bears.
Chop to the left and a play over at the bag at first. She's out. Great delivery, roped across. Golden Tigers on top of that early.
And that's something to watch for Brenau. Chua McConnell scored 2 runs early against them in that first game of the tournament. And then Reinhardt really poured it on in the early stages of the game against Brenau as well, scoring 4 runs. So being able to go off to a good start defensively may mean good things for the Tigers.
Sharp now at the plate for Columbia. Playing the field today for the Golden Tigers. That's chopped left, foul. Playing the field today, second base is Moon. Center fielder is Power. Patridge the DP. Cox left field, third base, Hulsey. Right field is Smith, Hawkins first. Catcher's Harkey, shortstop Smith, and pitching is Shaw. That one's outside of the zone. Count 2-1. Top of the first, one away.
Hazelin Sharp, who's in the batter's box right now, was not able to play in Columbia's game yesterday in victory against Union. So good to see her back out on the field and helping out her team.
Sharp, an average of .357 this season as she fouls off left side. Her dugout doing their best to get her fired up. Lots of energy early. Chopped left again. This is foul. 46 games, 194 runs this year for the Koalas. Batting average of .272 as a team. Just a moment, we'll get to know these two teams. A couple of fun facts about them. That's going to send her down.
What a chant by Columbia, too. The no diggity call back, you know.
I'm here for the no diggity. That dugout looks active this morning.
And they brought the energy for the entire tournament, whether they're down or they're up. They've been chatty, they've been talking, they've been trying to keep their team engaged, and they're hoping that that energy carries over onto the field and produces good results.
Popped up left side. It looks like it's going to be fair on the fence in the corner. It's over the fence and gone. The home run ball in the top of the first in our first game of the day. The Koalas go yard.
That was a nice home run hit by Azurdia, getting the Koalas on the board. Again, early defense has been a problem for Brenau in this tournament, and it bites them yet again.
That's unreal. What a start to the day for Columbia College. The Koalas go yard. Azurdia homers, 2 RBIs as Sharp crosses the plate in front of her. And it's 2-0 Columbia College Koalas from Kingsport, Tennessee.
That's already Columbia's season high against this team. They went against Brenau on April 18th. Just a few weeks ago, Columbia was able to beat them 10-1 in game 1 and 7-0 in game 2. Already the Koalas with 2 runs in this one.
Kylie Smith now batting for the Koalas. 2-0 top of the first, one away after a homer by Azurdia escapes over the left wall. Sarah Shaw 10 pitches in, and Columbia off to a hot start. The Koalas 25 wins this year. Brenau's Golden Tigers 27. It was a key point in your analysis yesterday. The Golden Tigers hot offensively. So I don't think a couple of runs are a major concern for this Golden Tiger team just based on their offensive production as a team this year. In 44 games, 273 runs, and a batting average as a team of .362. An early meeting in the circle.
And that's the line of thinking, right? That Brenau doesn't need to be too worried when some early runs are scored against them because of how potent their offense has been throughout the year. But yesterday against Reinhardt, they got down in that hole early and they were not able to recover. So now already down 2 runs, they're going to need some more offensive production than they got in their previous game.
I like how noisy the dugout of the Koalas is. They're into it.
They've been into it all week. I wouldn't expect anything less based off of what we've seen.
You're 100% right. They've been into it from the get. It's just so much fun. I'm ready to hear some more new chants. They probably are aware that we love their chants, right?
I mean, I'm sure that there's a sheet somewhere that they're getting these from, just remembering them. It's a new chant every day.
I know they're coming out with, they've got like 15, we're 15 chants deep. At least, right?
Somewhere around that number.
We need a stat on that. Can we stat how many chants these teams have from the dugout?
I've already heard 3 new ones today, so put that down. Put that in the record
3
books.
new ones today. Got it.
Be on the lookout.
Big swing at the plate. That's a strike. With 1 away, she's got a runner on board to help her out on the bag over at first. Sarah Shaw looking to right the ship in the top of this first. Now the 0-2 pitch. hanging off by the plate. Skylar Monson doesn't take a cut. The shortstop has been really efficient this year. She's a senior, 140 at-bats, an average of 236. She's got 33 hits. The 1-2. Chop to the left, it goes foul. That's 4 new chants today. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 away, 1 on board, top of the first. That's right outside of the zone. Ball 2, count is 2-2. Sarah Shaw dealing here and trying to deal away the top of this first inning. 2-0 Koalas lead after a homer. This one is chopped left, down along the chain link.
But just staying alive, continuing to give herself more opportunities. We'll see if she's able to cash in.
And you can hear that. I know they can hear that on the broadcast. That's a bit low, finding the dirt, and so ball 3, that fills our count at Brickyard Park. Top of the first, already 2-0 Koalas, looking to overcome the Golden Tigers of Brenau. 1 on board, 1 away. Here's the payoff pitch, chopped foul, left side, she stays alive. Monson at the plate. Sarah Shaw, full count. Left side and right along the line, it escapes.
It doesn't appear so.
Full count for Skylar Monson. That'll Walker. Down to the bag. 2 on board, 1 in scoring position for the Koalas of Columbia.
Those are the type of at-bats that coaches love. Obviously, everyone loves to get a hit. They love to get home runs. But when you do what you're taught to do, when you just stay alive, continue to stay in the fight, and then you're patient on that 3-2 pitch, that's something that definitely makes your coach very happy. Makes them feel like they're doing something right.
Holding off, that one delivered by Shaw. This is Elia Crawley, the DP, with 2 on board and 1 in scoring position. Just 1 away in the top of this first. Right up the middle, that's a strike. Sarah Shaw. From the circle, the 1-1. Popped up left side along the edge of the infield. And 2 down now for the Golden Tigers. Looking to retire the top of this first, just 1 left. Nice play in the early stages over at third, getting under that. Hulsey sends her back to the dugout. So now 2 down with 1 in scoring position in a 2-0 ball game in the top of the first. Koalas next to the plate is Roman. Ruthie Roman, a sophomore, 112 appearances at the plate this season, a batting average of .241. Shaw, the 0-1. Roman steps off for a moment. Shaw. That's outside of the zone. Thought the catcher might toss out to second for a moment. Got an update from Hunter Wright Stadium in the AAC softball tournament just now. 15-3. Wow, right along the fence, diving and making the play. Are you kidding me? That retires the side. Electric fashion from Kingsport, Tennessee. We'll take a break with these two programs and be right back. 2-0 Koalas lead on SESN and the AAC Digital Network.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Welcome back. Let's get to know a little more about the Koalas of Columbia College. They had a really good regular season, 24 wins, a team batting average of .274, 23 team home runs. And now a quick look at the Golden Tigers. We're going to switch sides, and it'll be their first turn. On the offensive side of things, 25 wins this season in the regular season. Partridge, 40 RBIs, fourth in the conference. Shaw, 14 wins, tied for second in the AAC. Neal with 3 saves. That's a look at these two programs. We're going to the bottom of the first between the Koalas and the Golden Tigers on SESN and the AAC Digital Network. Thanks for being with us at Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee today. Gabriel Shrine, Lorenzo Robinson. We're ready to go. Top of the batting order for the Golden Tigers is Ava Moon. Megan Dennis, the pitcher. Right inside, that's a strike. Count now 1-1. Dennis from the circle. Moon stands by. Two 2-0 Koalas. 2-run homer left side over the fence in the top of the first. Chopped left here. This one going fair as she heads down to the bag and is going to advance into scoring position at second for Columbia College. Looking good early. Ava Moon ropes that, gets down on the grass. And Brenau Tigers already in scoring position in the bottom of the first. This could be a high-scoring game if this keeps up. Two-run homer in the top of our first, bottom of the first, already on board. The first at bat, Ava Moon. Dayton Power now at the plate for the Golden Tigers. Showing bunt as Dennis sends that in. Dennis popped up. That goes foul under the backstop. Outside of the zone on that delivery. Count now 2-1. Chop to the right, into the gap and into the outfield. She's on board at first as a run comes home for the Golden Tigers. Moon is across the plate. It's a one-run ball game in Kingsport between the Golden Tigers and the Koalas of Columbia College. Great action early on. She sends that right up the center onto the grass and brings home a run to bring us within one. Bottom of the first. Power now on board over at first. She's going to advance out to second, sliding into the bag, and she's safe. Power's off to a hot start herself, powering the Golden Tigers. Left side, this is going to be a play over at third where she's cut down. Great play by the Koalas. That was heads up. And so now one away. And a runner over on the bag at first for the Golden Tigers in a one-run ball game in the bottom of our first. Partridge reaches first on a fielder's choice. Power out, cut down at third base. Megan Dennis dealing. Megan, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped left, that goes foul into the backstop. That's outside. Keeps the runner on board at first in position. That was ball one. So now the 1-2 pitch. Count quickly filling up for Carly Cox. She's hit by the pitch, and she'll take her place on board over at first. Two runners on board in the bottom of the first for the Golden Tigers, who are trailing by just one to the Koalas of Columbia. Set across, whole C at the plate. Megan Dennis dealing. Runner on board in scoring position out at second. Runner on board over at first. Cox is the one who was hit by the pitch, and she's on board at first. Partridge out at second. Whitney Holsey at the plate. This is sent outside of the zone. Dennis checking in on the bag out at second, making sure she's being honest. From the circle. Chop to the left, it's fair. Down in the grass on the edge of the outfield. Runner coming home and across the plate. That evens us up.
That's always the problem when you go against Brenau. You know that they're capable of scoring runs in a hurry. And you alluded to it earlier. Whenever they give up a few, they don't really panic. They're not worried because they know how potent their offense has been throughout the season.
Early meeting in the circle in Kingsport, Tennessee. Megan Dennis in the center of this crowd, 2 on board. As we're tied 2 runs apiece. The official breaks this up as Riley Smith on deck and ready to go for the Golden Tigers, who have evened the score, 2 runs apiece in the bottom of our first. Already 4 runs in this first inning. One away, 2 on board, 1 in scoring position for the Golden Tigers. Hulsey singled to left field on the RBI. Cox is on second. Partridge, the one who's across the plate. Dennis, the pitch. Smith bunts to the right, and what a snag by the Koalas.
You can see that entire infield very aware of the ability that she has to bunt.
Definitely playing up here. You can see it, both sides. Watching for that play. She shows it again as they crash in on her, and Smith pulls up and steps off.
We're now just saying the O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle for Riley Smith.
There's the bunt. Fouled off into the backstop. Count now 1-2. Smith crashing in from first base, trying to get that ball. Twice she's been right there. It's outside, high and wide. Count is 2-2. Bottom of the first, 2 on board, 1 in scoring position, 1 away, tied at 2 runs apiece. Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament softball from Kingsport, Tennessee at Brickyard Park. Chop to the right, that escapes into the outfield and the grass, and we've got runners coming around. This is for the lead. Golden Tigers. She goes home and back to the dugout. 1-run ball game.
Eerily similar to their start against Truett McConnell as well. Truett McConnell was able to find some early offensive success in Brenau's first game of the tournament. Brenau was able to answer with 3 runs of their own. Megan Dennis, she does have an earned run average of 388, but she was not able to make it out of the first inning against Union yesterday. Right now coming into a little bit of trouble yet again.
Peyton Hawkins batting, originally from Hawkinsville, Georgia. Hawkins, a freshman, a batting average of .325 this year. 25 hits. Count is 2-1. Chop to the right, that rattles, and she loses it in the clay. Safe on board at first as another run comes home.
And those are the kind of mishaps that really bite you in postseason play. Right there, we saw the second baseman, Franco, just mishandle it. She wasn't able to get it cleanly, not making the throw in time and allowing Brenau to add to their total.
Golden Tigers hot in the early stages from Kingsport. Wiping away a deficit created by a 2-run homer to left field on the top of the first by the Koalas. Play out at second as that one's sent across. She's safe there. 2 in scoring position for the Golden Tigers now. 1 on second, 1 on third. They're surging. 4 runs in the bottom of this first. Just moments ago, Hawkins reached first on that error. Smith advanced down to third. Holsey, the one who came across the plate. And Hawkins advanced into scoring position on second. Cameron Harkey at the plate. Dennis sends that right on the edge of the strike zone.
And this is Brenau riding the ship a little bit for themselves. Very rarely do we see a team with their offensive potency get held scoreless, but that's what happened against Reinhardt yesterday. Now a great response here in the first inning.
The 2-1 popped left side on the edge of the infield, and that'll send her back to the dugout. 2 down now in the bottom of the first with 2 in scoring position for the Golden Tigers. The Koalas would love to close the door on the bottom of this first.
And in desperate need of having to close the door as well. Again, you know how potent their offense is. You know what they're capable of doing. You don't want to dig yourself into a hole that's too big.
There's the bunt left side. It goes foul. Floating in the 0-1 with 2 away. Count now 0-2. So Dennis can close the door on this side. The Koalas have allowed 4 runs in the bottom of this first. 2 in scoring position for Columbia. Chopped left, rattled off of her glove, and another run comes home for the Golden Tigers. A chance for an additional run. She slides in and is safe. Golden Tigers are surging as it's 6-2 in Kingsport.
And that was some aggressive base running there from Hawkins. That first run scored, it looked like it was going to be a little bit shaky if she was going to be able to beat that throw to home, but she was able to do so. Nice call by her and the coaching staff. And this is what Brenau does. Able to put up runs in bunches. They put a ton of pressure on pitchers. Infielders need to be ready. Right now, Columbia, a few mistakes early, and Brenau's been able to take advantage.
Take advantage is right. Golden Tigers capitalizing in Kingsport in the early stages. 6 runs in just the bottom of this first inning. We're just getting started. So just moments ago, Harkey popped up to the shortstop. That was our second out. Right after that, Smith reaches first on an error. Advanced to second. Hawkins scored. Smith scored. 4-run ball game, bottom of the first with 2 away. And 1 runner in scoring position still out on second for the Golden Tigers.
And Dennis has 2 outs on the board. Just needs to secure that last out to end the inning. Of course, easier said than done going up against the Golden Tigers.
Easier said than done is right, and it's Ava Moon. We're back to the top of the batting order already in the bottom of this first inning. Moon 1 for 1 today.
Ava Moon, a first-team all-conference selection as well.
She doubled to left field to start off this side of the inning. Was in scoring position when Power singled and batted her home. Four-run ball game, bottom of the first, 2 away. Dennis, chopped to the right, down along the chalk. Could retire the side as it's right along the chain link and goes out of play. Ava Moon taking her cuts. 2 away. Here's the 2-2. Chop to the left side, right to the shortstop, and that'll retire the side and send these teams back to the dugout. We'll take a short break with them and be right back with more college softball in just a moment from Kingsport, Tennessee.
At Schrei Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Schrei Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television, make an impact. Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. College softball live on SESN and the AAC Digital Network. About to get back underway. 4-run ball game. 6-2. Golden Tigers lighting it up in the bottom half of that first inning.
Lighting it up is absolutely correct. So now all the pressure falls back on Columbia. They're going to need to respond, especially when it seems like Brenau's bats are firing. Now, from what we've seen this week, Columbia does have the capability of being able to post high scoring numbers in their own right. We saw that yesterday against Union. 9 hits, 8 runs scored. And they're going to need some of that magic here today.
Can she hit that ball?
I guess we're about to find out.
Top of the second. Just getting underway. Koala's at the plate. Columbia College trailing by 4 runs after a 2-run homer in the first as that's fouled off left side.
So in Brenau's first game, Sarah Shaw struggled a little bit in that first inning before settling in. Performed very nicely against Truett McConnell for the rest of that one. Is that what we have in store today?
Right side, down along the chalk, behind the dugout. Looks like that escapes. 1 down, top of the second. Qualls move to the next in the batting order. Brooklyn Franco with 1 away. Strike 1.
So I don't know if our cameras can see this, but I want to give a good shout out to the Columbia fan in the all-purple getup, the purple shirt, purple pants to match, and the sharp purple hat. I mean, that is just quite an outfit.
Can the cameras see it? You couldn't miss it. He's on business. This is a business trip.
I mean, business party, you know, one or the other, but he seems ready for any occasion in that outfit.
Shot to the left, grabbed by the shortstop, and a play over at first where she's out. No, safe.
That was a difficult play to make right there, throwing it all the way across field. It was made in time, but it was too far off the bag to allow the first baseman, Hawkins, to be able to keep her foot down.
Right up the middle, onto the edge of the circle, a play at first, and this time she's cut down.
Nice heads-up play there by Sarah Shaw to retrieve that one and making a great throw.
2 down, top of the second. One on board for the Koalas, who are trailing by 4 runs in the early stages.
And this is the player that needs to get going for Columbia. Aislinn Sharp, their all-conference performer, again, was not able to play in their victory against Union yesterday. It will give them a really nice emotional boost to see her.
Tight there. Runner on board at second with 2 away for Aislinn Sharp. Four-run ball game. Golden Tigers in the lead by 4 and are looking to go to the bottom half of this second inning. Left side, it's going foul right along the chalk. Stays fair, and we've got a runner across for Columbia College's Koalas. They get one back.
If you're a fan of the Koalas, that's something that you absolutely love to see. Aislinn Sharp making her presence felt in this game.
Pinpoint accuracy on that, right down along the chalk, just inches fair. Sharp singles down the line. Franco comes across the plate to make it a 3-run ball game with 2 away in the top of the second. Sharp on board over at first for the Koalas. Hope Azurdia, who's 1 for 1 already, hit that homer in the first. Pop, fly, and that'll retire the side in Kingsport. We'll take a break with these 2 programs and be back with more college softball in just a moment on SESN and the AAC Digital Network. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. 3-run ball game, bottom of the second. We'll see the Golden Tigers go back to bat, back to work. They're in the lead, 6-3 against the Columbia Koalas in AAC softball tournament action. Thrilled to have you along for the ride. College softball. Lorenzo, your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
Columbia had a nice job of answering back. They were able to score a run. But Brenau, we know that Brenau is capable of doing that and more. They're going to need more where that came from if they're going to claw their way back into this game, or else the Golden Tigers are prepared to go on another fury.
Dayton Power will be the first at the plate. The Golden Tigers in the bottom half of the second inning.
Coach making the decision to keep Megan Dennis in the circle. We'll see if she has a bounce back inning in her.
Power already 1 for 1.
So far in the tournament, Dayton Power has been one of Brenau's most consistent contributors. Even in the game against Reinhardt, where they didn't have a whole lot of offensive success, she was able to record a hit. She went 3 for 4 in their game against Truett McConnell in day 1.
A 1 pitch fouled off. Strike 2 already. Here's the 0-2. Left side, along the line. Koalas couldn't reach it in time, but it goes foul. Power battling in the count, down 0-2, staying alive as she fouled off left side. Race to the ball. I thought the Koalas were going to be able to get under that.
They had 3 players trying to track it, just a little bit too far outside of their reach.
Another one, same way, just on the edge of the outfield, and she's going to be sent back to the dugout. 1 down in the bottom of this second inning. That's a nice start to the second for the Koalas after allowing 6 runs in the bottom of the first to get one hung up on the board right away, 1 down. Good feeling for Dennis, too.
Much needed as well, but of course, as they say, no rest for the weary. Hannah Patridge is another all-conference performer, first-team all-conference performer coming up to the plate.
Patridge 0 for 1 after her first appearance. Megan Dennis, the 1-0 pitch. Right side, over the top, and a race down to first where she's easily safe and on board for the Golden Tigers.
And a team like Brenau, they come at you in waves. They have so many capable batters up and down their lineup, and it seems like, wow, you get past 1, you get past 2, you feel very comfortable about your standing going up against them, and then all of a sudden, someone else is able to make a play happen.
Patridge popped that over the top, singling to right field. She's on board at first, 1 away in the bottom of the second. Carly Cox shows bunt, and infield is crashed into from all directions by Purple Koalas. One on board. Sent in for the strike. Count is 1-1. There's a bunt right side. Pick back up as that rattles back over the chalk. Cox in the count, 2-2. 1 away, 1 on board for her over at first. Right side, it's going foul and out of play over the fence. Popped up to the right side, sailing back towards the fence and caught easily. So 2 down now for the Columbia Koalas as they send Cox back to the dugout.
And again, big time getting 2 outs on the board, especially with what Brenau was able to do in that previous inning.
Whitney Holsey, third base, 1-1. Left side, scooped up, a play over at first. This escapes, advancing into scoring position, and Golden Tigers will not come home as now 2 runners on board for Brenau.
And another difficult play there. Shortstop Monson tried to make that throw across the field. A little bit outside the grasp of the first baseman, Smith.
right up the middle towards second, a play over at first, and on board. Big play by the Golden Tigers as the bats are hot, and we get another run across the plate in the bottom of this second inning for Brenau.
It's 2 times now Columbia was so close to ending the inning. Now not just staying alive, but tacking on another run to their total, pushing the lead back up to 4 runs.
Play down at third.
I like the decision from Poole there. She could have tried to make the hero play all the way to second base, try to throw that player out, but instead she focused on that lead runner, keeping her at bay at third.
Megan Dennis dealing, 2 away, 7-3. 2 runners on board in scoring position for the Golden Tigers of Brenau. This is Peyton Hawkins, who's 0 for 1. Koala's fighting to retire this side. Delivered right on the edge of the zone. Count up to 2-2. Shot to the left, right towards the shortstop, and a play over at first, trying to come home, and that'll retire the side. Another good inning in the bottom of the second for the Golden Tigers. We'll take a break with them and be back with more college softball in just a moment. SESN, AAC, Digital Network.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. 7-3 ball game. Brenau Golden Tigers out in front over the Columbia, South Carolina Koalas. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson. Before we get back underway, a quick look at the All-AAC softball team. So many great nominees, well-deserved award winners. You can find the full list and press release now, aacsports.com. Big shout out to Jay Stansel on all of his hard work on putting that together for the conference. It's looking great. And here's a look at the final regular season standings for AAC softball. Reinhardt, the #1 seed in the tournament, on top. Johnson, Tennessee Wesleyan, Truett McConnell, and the Golden Tigers following. Golden Tigers 5th seeded. Only 2 nationally ranked teams in our baseball and softball tournaments this weekend, both of them the Eagles of Reinhardt University. Back underway in Kingsport. Golden Tigers have flipped sides. Back-to-back productive half innings, leading by 4 runs. 7-3, top of the third. Floated that down in there. That was the 2-0 pitch. Kylie Smith way out ahead on the count. Shaw dealing from the circle. The 3-0. And that'll send her up the line. Battled that out. Kylie Smith on board, one runner for the Koalas of Columbia. Smith on board, Monson next in the order. Shaw, the delivery. Monson shows bunt. Golden Tigers crash down on the plate. Is this another new one?
I can't say I've heard that one before.
Showing bunt again. Monson crashed in on by the infield of the Golden Tigers. Top of the third, one on board for the Koalas of Columbia. 25 wins this year for the Purple Crew out of South Carolina. The Gold Crew trying to send them back to the dugout. Skylar Monson fouls off left side. We're now out of Gainesville, Georgia. I think they're right down in Gainesville. Beautiful area. Punched her out. Well delivered by Shaw. And so one away in the top of this third for the Golden Tigers.
Well delivered indeed. Nice job by Shaw to score the strikeout. You can tell that she settled in now in that circle. Again, that was the same way that happened in her first outing against True McConnell here in the tournament. A little bit shaky early before settling in.
Left side along the chalk. This one's down as it goes foul. A little bit of good luck for number 12. One away, one on board at first in the top of the third for the Koalas. 4-run ball game. Bunted, raced down to the bag at first. What a play.
That bunt from Aaliyah Crawley was perfect. It died right in front of the catcher, forcing everyone to converge. And even though she went out, the lead runner is now in scoring position.
Top of our third. Two away for the Golden Tigers. Shaw dealing 1K, 56 pitches. Ruthie Roman 0 for 1 today. Fans out enjoying the weather. Would love to have you here with us for the championship day tomorrow. Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. You can get your tickets now to be here, aacsports.com. Championship Saturday on the baseball side as well. If you can't make it on a Friday. Koalas headed up that chalk. 2 on board. Top of the third. 2 away, 4-run ball game. Columbia looking to get a couple of back and one in scoring position, as now Katie Poole is next in the order for Columbia. Poole holds off. Roman was walked. Smith is standing out in scoring position on second for Columbia. Left side, just over the glove at third base. Smith coming home and gonna score as the Koalas get one back and keep it interesting at Brickyard Park in Kingsport.
That's crucial for them, just hanging around, continuing to give themselves a chance. That's what you need to do. You need to continue to just give yourself more stabs at it. You don't want to let Brenau pour on too many runs, get too far away from you. They're hoping at one point an explosion will happen for them.
Golden Tigers looking to close the door on this side as they've given up a run in the top of this third inning. 3-run ball game now. 7-4. We've got the fast food chant. The 1-0 pitch from Sarah Shaw with 2 away. Really tight on Franco. She's 1 for 1, steps off the plate on that. Two on board, top of the third. Franco way out ahead on the count, 3-0. Shaw, the pitch. Gonna walk her, and that loads the bases in a 3-run ball game.
It's a good chance here for Columbia to get some of those runs back they lost out on, now trailing by just 3. Loaded bases, and also now a circle visit as well. And I've been saying it all throughout the week with these games being so tight, they're so meaningful. You can expect a lot of those. Coaches just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. They understand the stakes. They understand also to just lock in, calm down, focus up.
Meeting in the circle. 2 down, top of the third. The bases loaded in Kingsport, Tennessee for the Koalas, who trail by just 3 runs on SCSN and the AAC Digital Network. Thank you for being with us all afternoon long. Excited for this third day. Championship tomorrow. Really high stakes.
This is a very important at-bat for Columbia, but as important as it is for them, it's equally as important for Shaw and Brenau. Really can feel like you caught a break if you're able to hold the team with the bases loaded at bay and leaving 3 runners stranded.
2 in scoring position as the bases loaded in Kingsport. Golden Tigers looking to do whatever they can to retire this side with 2 away. Left side fouled off. Mary Catherine Sanders 0 for 2 early in this one for the Koalas. Already a hero in this tournament for her teammates. This season, a batting average of .347, 42 hits. Right side, into the gap, and that brings home 1 run and not 2. We've got some trouble on the base path for the Koalas, trying to decide what to do next. Could be tagged down. Runner coming home. They make the play out at second and retire the side. That was electric. We'll take a break with these two and be right back in just a moment in Kingsport.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, flipping sides. Really exciting ending to that half inning. Koalas had the bases loaded, get a couple of runs. Thrilled to have you with us in Kingsport AAC Tournament Softball. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson. This one is what we were promised. This is really good.
Most definitely. It's been plenty of electricity early on both sides. High scoring affair thus far.
The Koalas trailing to the Golden Tigers in the 2024 AAC Softball Tournament. Able to get a few runs back in the top of the third inning. Megan Dennis now in the circle to deal for these Purple Koalas. Cameron Harkey at the plate, taking her cuts for the Golden Tigers.
Now with the way that Columbia has started to play offensively, maybe there's some pressure on Brenau to post some more runs. I mean, if they stay put at 7, they definitely run the risk of Columbia being able to walk them down in the later innings.
Popped out and down on the clay. She's on board over at first for the Tigers.
And that's how you start things off here in the bottom of the third inning. Columbia was able to answer back with a few runs of their own. Now you get a leadoff single, get somebody on base, and hopefully come up with a response of your own.
Harkey singles to left center. 2-run ball game. Golden Tigers holding onto the lead and looking to foster it is now the shortstop, Charlotte Smith. Goes left side, nearly got her, a hustle play. I thought Sharp had that. One on board, bottom of the third. A single already for Harkey. This is our second batter in the order in this half inning. Charlotte Smith over one, the shortstop. Left side, almost the same exact play as Sharp gets under it, but can't glove the ball.
That's unfortunate there. They had a chance to retire the batter after that play, but she gets to hang around, and you just want to hope that those kind of mistakes don't come back and bite you.
Bottom of the third, one on board. That's going in the stat book, so I'm going to announce it. They're counting that second run from the top of the third. So it's 7-6, actually. The Koalas got 2. 1-run ball game in Kingsport. Gloved on the edge of the circle. What a snag by Dennis. Unreal.
So with that run counting, Brenau only ahead by 1 run. That puts an elevated amount of pressure on them to try to respond. It seems like Columbia is starting to find an offensive rhythm. They had a tough go at it against Tennessee Wesleyan, performed very well at the plate against Union, and right now already 6 runs here in the third.
Charlotte Smith cut down, sent back to the dugout. Right up the middle, it's down, roped into the outfield for the Golden Tigers.
Who else can Brenau count out other than Ava Moon, and all-conference performer for the Golden Tigers, stepping up when they really need it. Like I said, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, there's some more pressure on Brenau to live up to the standard that they've set for themselves over the course of the season.
Moon's on first, 2 away, bottom of the third, 1-run ball game. Golden Tigers looking to grow this 1-run lead as Dennis dealing from the circle. Dayton Power taking her cuts, 1 for 2 in this game. Power shows bunt, play out on the bag at second as this is lofted over the infield and she slides in and is safe.
And Poole was reading it the whole way. You saw her immediately get up and make that throw, but it just wasn't clean enough and it wasn't in time. Also a nice job by Moon to get herself in a scoring position.
Moon on second, 2 away. Count is 1-0 for Power. Dennis dealing, showing bunt. Power, no contact with the barrel. Left side, roped, and a play over at first as she's cut down. That retires the side. They'll take a break. We'll take one as well and be right back with more college softball in just a moment on SESN.
Join SESN for an unmatched sports experience. Dive into the world of game highlights, real-time updates, and electrifying coverage. With SESN, you're not just watching sports, you're living them. Be the first to know, the first to see, and the first to share every big moment. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Welcome back. Southeast Sports Network, Appalachian Athletic Conference Digital Network, a simulcast all week long. Day 3 of the AAC softball tournament. Brenau Golden Tigers leading by 1 run in the top of the 4th over the Columbia Koalas of South Carolina. 7-6. Be sure to get up to date with us anytime, anywhere, SESNsports.com. Lorenzo, a couple of really good innings in a row of action from Kingsport. Top of the 4th, do you think we're going to keep seeing scoring like this? Because this has just been electric to start the day.
I mean, if anything has taught us from watching these teams play over the course of the week is to expect the unexpected. So we can't necessarily say that there won't be more runs scored. However, it would not surprise me. But also, there's no overstating just how important that last inning was for Columbia. Not only were they able to score 3 runs to draw just 1 run away from Brenau, they were also able to hold their talented lineup at bay for that whole inning. Now just trailing by 1, their offense is in a good rhythm. They're starting to see some things that they like out of Sarah Shaw as well. So they have to feel good about the spot they're in going into the 4th.
1-run ball game, top of the 4th. The 0-1 pitch from Shaw. Sharp holds off. Right side over the line. Goes foul. It does stay in play, but it goes foul. Top of 4, one-run ball game. Count is 1-2. Sarah Shaw dealing. Sharp trying to stay alive. 1 for 1 today. Struck her out. Caught her looking. She'll go back to the dugout.
This is as important of an inning as any has been the entire season for Sarah Shaw. The team only ahead by 1 run, very desperately needs to try to sap some of this momentum away from the Koalas. Then Azurdia coming up to the plate. She's now homered in 2 consecutive games for Columbia.
Hope Azurdia getting the jump on it chant from the dugout. 2 Ks in this game for Shaw. Hope Azurdia is 1 for 2. Right up the middle into the circle, and she's got it. Easily cut down on the bag at first. 2 away in the top of this 4th inning as the Golden Tigers make another beautiful defensive play.
And initially, Sarah Shaw tried to be the one to retrieve that one, but it just escaped her grasp. That was a nice job of the shortstop Smith being prepared and making a nice throw at first for the 2nd out. Kylie Smith, she's shown great plate discipline throughout this game. She's already been walked twice.
One-run ball game in the top of the 4th with 2 away. Shaw dealing from the circle. Smith waiting this next pitch, the 2-0. Left side goes foul. We've had a lot of fun here in Kingsport. They do such a nice job with these tournaments. Baseball was rowdy last night, went to extra innings. Really good one. There's some highlights on the SCSN YouTube channel and Twitter. If you're looking for that at SCSN Sports. 12th inning, bottom of the 12th.
12th inning, a walk-off home run by Maddie Maurer of the top-seeded Reinhardt Eagles, also the 9th ranked team in the country, the Reinhardt Eagles.
Really rare occurrence for me. I got to sit in the stands. I never sit in the stands. Sat right down in the front row and watched the end of that. That was fun. Got wet, though. That celebration was wild. They threw every Gatorade bottle they had. This one left side, roped and caught. That'll retire the side. Top of the 4th, flips to the bottom of the 5th when we come back on SCSN. Kingsport, Tennessee, Tournament Softball, Southeast Sports Network. We flipped sides defensively now. The Koalas looking to get back at bat, get to work, trailing by 1 to the Golden Tigers of Brenau. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson in a close one, day 3, game 1 of the 2024 AAC softball tournament. We're kind of getting into the back leg of this one.
Now it's just a great response there from Sarah Shaw. First time that she's really been under any real pressure in this game. The first inning was a little bit up and down for her, but her team was able to respond right there, trying to hold that one-run lead that her team has built up. And she did a nice job.
Koala's looking to prevent any extension of this narrow one-run lead in Kingsport. Bottom side of the 4th inning, Dennis dealing from the circle. Deputy Commissioner a moment ago mentioned, are we still in XYZ inning? We are. Bottom of the 4th. This is a long one.
It's been a long one, but it's been fun. It's been very entertaining. And again, you can feel the desperation on both teams. You can sense that they understand what's at stake. They understand that this is win or go home at this point.
Right side, foul. Got some fans having their own little couch day up on the hill there. Digging the warm weather in Kingsport. I know we are. Right side. Towards the fence, it's down. She's got room to run across first, down to second, and in scoring position for the Golden Tigers of Brenau. What a play.
Patridge, the all-conference performer, stepping up for her team. Her second hit of the game. Brenau tries to stretch out their advantage. Create some distance between themselves and Columbia.
Great hit, great play by Patridge. I can hear her saying something. We've got a pinch runner, it looks like. One-run ball game, bottom of the 4th, none away. Golden Tigers already quickly. Patridge doubles to right field, puts that right on the edge of the fence. Nearly had another homer. Bunt, headed down the line, play at the bag. She's cut down, but a runner in deep scoring position at third, right in front of the dugout of the Tigers.
Those are the kind of plays that become important when you talk about a game being this tight. It's only a one-run advantage right now for Brenau, so they're just thinking, hey, let's put ourselves in the best position to just be able to get one more insurance run on the board. Then we'll take care of the rest from there.
One away, one on board, deep scoring position. Prime right up the line from home plate. Worth noting that's Miles who's pinch running for Patridge.
Halsey at the plate. Halsey's been perfect so far today. 2 for 2.
10 runs this season for Miles, and might add an 11th here as the play over at first. She's cut down. Miles comes across the Golden Tigers.
And that's why you lay down that sacrifice punt. That's why you do plays like that. Again, the game is so tight. It's a one-run advantage. It was a one-run advantage. So you just want to be able to tack on a run whenever you get the chance. Nice job by Brenau stretching their lead out just a little bit, getting a little bit more insurance.
Bunts right side, goes foul.
Now, with the way scoring's been in this game, they can't feel like a 2-run lead is safe, but at least they now protect themselves from a solo shot tying the game up.
Right side again, this time popped up towards the edge of the grass, and that retires the side. We'll break with these two and be back with more college softball from Kingsport in just a moment. College softball on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back. Simulcasting all week long to the AAC Digital Network. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, glad you're here with us. Excited to have you for all the action. This matchup has just been a barn burner. You expect it when it comes tournament time, but it still feels good to watch it come to fruition, doesn't it?
Precisely. I mean, you're talking about teams, again, they have such a great understanding of each other because they see each other throughout the regular season. And then a lot of them have a chance to sit back and watch the opposing teams play during tournament time as well. So they know a lot about each other. They've seen each other on multiple occasions. And that's always what makes for very interesting games when you get into the tournament. And you talk about this matchup in particular, Columbia and Brenau. Columbia and Brenau played against each other a few weeks ago. April 18th was their doubleheader at Brenau. Columbia came out on the losing side of those games, but, I mean, they have a whole lot of confidence, not just because of the fact that they have a new lease on life here in the postseason, but also because they're riding high off the momentum they created in their win yesterday. That's that unknown factor of the tournament. You never know who's going to play their best and when they will play at their best. Right now, Columbia doing everything they can to get themselves back into the game.
Looks like she was going to take a cut at that. Pulls up on the 1-0 pitch. Again, doesn't like it. That's a strike. Count is 2-1. Left side, and it escapes, rolling through the dirt. She's safe on board over at first for the Koalas.
That was a hard hit grounder by Skylar Monson. And we saw there, Holsey was not able to collect it. And Monson is safe at first. So now this represents the tying run coming up to the plate now for the Koalas.
It looks like we might have a pinch runner. Some change here for the official down alongside. Chalk on the left. And indeed, that is the change for the Koalas of Columbia. Monson singles to the shortstop. She can't grab it as she slides through the dirt. One on board for the Koalas. Martin pinch running. Fifth inning from Kingsport, Brickyard Park. Showing butt, chops it to the left, a play down at first. She's cut down and a runner in scoring position at second.
We're seeing tactic kind of being traded back and forth between these two teams. That was something that Brenau did in the previous inning, laying down the bunt, trying to advance that lead runner.
8-6 Golden Tigers. Columbia with a runner in scoring position. The 1-0 pitch sails. Ball 2. Ruthie Roman taking her cuts 0 for 1. Roman an average of 241, 27 hits this season for these Purple Koalas. Low there. She's way out ahead on the count. One on board in scoring position for Columbia. Strike one. Sarah Shaw, 2 Ks, over 90 pitches on the day. Left side, right along the line, teasing the fence as it comes down. Unreal! The Koalas tie us up in Kingsport, Tennessee against the Golden Tigers.
Ruthie Roman coming up big there for the Koalas. All of a sudden, this has become a much different game. It looked like early on, Brenau was going to be able to just run all over and through them. Columbia with a tremendous response.
So with one away in the top of the 5th, it's a tie ball game in Kingsport, Tennessee between the Golden Tigers and the Koalas of Columbia College.
And there's always people that question this, not just in sports, but in life in general. Is momentum a real thing? I know that's kind of a big debate that happens every now and then, especially on social media. Is momentum a real thing? Well, Columbia started out this tournament with a really subpar offensive showing against Tennessee Wesleyan. They weren't able to record a hit against the pitcher of the year, Bailey Phillips. They responded from that with a 9-hit and 8-run showing against Union. Is momentum a real thing? But we're seeing it now live and in living color. Columbia with 7 hits and now 8 runs against Brenau.
You got to know better than to bring up Big Mo in front of me. You know me, I believe in the announcer's jinx. I'm big on momentum. If you're in the dugout, pick up the phone. Big Mo is calling. Top of the 5th, 1 down. Now tied, 8 runs apiece between the Gold Tigers and the Koalas. Roman homered moments ago. 2 RBI as Martin sails across the plate in front of her, the pinch runner that was put on by Monson.
Now this is where Shaw needs to be able to have short-term memory for her team. Yes, that happened. You gave up a 2-run shot, but you need to be able to settle in and lock in. You don't want to allow your team to fall behind, especially when in these last few innings, your offensive production from your squad has started to slow down a little bit.
Dropping that in. That fills the count. Ball 3. The payoff pitch, right up the middle. It escapes a play over at first, and she's cut down.
That was dangerous there from Brenau. That ball careening off of the arm of Sarah Shaw. But nice heads-up play there from the all-conference selection, Ava Moon, to be there to scoop it up and deliver the throw to first.
Shaw just mishandles that, and that is a great play by Moon. Second out of the side. Top of the 5th from Brickyard Park in Kingsport. Popped up, sailing back, it's down, and she's on board. Well struck, just able to find the grass.
She remains perfect on the day. She's now 2 for 2. Again, momentum. That's Columbia's 8th hit of this game.
So Franco's on board in a tie ball game with 2 away in the top of this 5th inning. Mary Catherine Sanders next at bat for the Koalas. Again, the chant. Still different.
Now we got some Braves tomahawk action coming from over there.
They're pretty close in Gainesville. Checks out.
Well, that's Columbia that's doing that, as a matter of fact. But
oh, I lied. That's South Carolina.
But, I mean, the Braves are the team of the South. There are no other teams, no other baseball teams in the South. So you're just seeing their reach right there.
Even if there were, they're the Braves.
Yeah, but I'm sure if there was a team, I'm sure if there was a team in the Carolinas, they would root for them. But everybody in the Southern region is pretty much a supporter of the Atlanta Braves. Are you a Braves fan?
Yeah, I like the Braves. I watch. I'm watching. Brandon Gaudin is one of the best in the business for what we do, so I pay attention partially because of him. I want to hear what he has to say.
I like Brandon Gaudin.
Oh, he's good.
I'm pretty neutral on the Braves, I would say.
They're up there for me. Top few favorites. Right side, chopped, and it escapes again. We've got a runner not only in scoring position, but down to third where she's safe on the bag at 3.
And the pressure cooker starting to heat up for Brenau. You saw there the first baseman, Hawkins. That one looked to be as routine of a play as you possibly can have. Somehow the ball just finding its way outside of her glove, away from her grasp. Now runners in the corners for Columbia. All of a sudden, they can pull out in front for the first time, scoring those 2 runs in the top of the first.
College softball on the Southeast Sports Network. We've got it all day long. Game 1 of 4 on SCSN and the AAC Digital Network. Be sure to get connected with us. Find us on social media at SCSN Sports. Would love to have you along for the ride for all of this action. And Lorenzo, we always tell people if you're watching from somewhere interesting, we will eventually check the Twitter. Eventually, one day at SCSN Sports. If you're watching from somewhere cool, it's got to be somewhere unique, though. It can't be somewhere close by. It's no fun. Nowhere in the tri-state area.
I mean, so we're in Kingsport, Tennessee. So, I mean, sorry to the viewers out in Nashville or Knoxville. I don't want to hear if you're from there. I want to hear somewhere interesting. I want to hear somewhere like Sheboygan or something like that, somewhere where we're not expecting.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't tweet at us. I mean, we'll still read it, and we want to know you're watching. You know, just we won't read it.
We have love for those cities. It's just not interesting enough to bring up. Now Columbia getting 2 runners in scoring position with their all-conference performer, Aislinn Sharp, at the plate. This is exactly where you would want to be if you are a fan of the Koalas.
Sharp 1 for 2 today. Shaw pitches that, lofted, the 1-1. That's ball 2 with 2 away. Golden Tigers just got to get out of the top of this 5th inning. Low on the 2-1. Count rises to 3-1 as that finds the dirt. Sarah Shaw. The 3-1. Left side, and it's caught in the dirt. A play down at first. The insurance gets her. We're tied and headed to the bottom of the 5th in Kingsport, Tennessee, between the Golden Tigers and the Koalas. Welcome back. Southeast Sports Network, college softball, all day long, SESN, AAC Sports Digital Network, and of course we have the softball field covered for you. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, and this crew buckled in for the full ride, and glad you're here with us. Hope you'll buckle your seatbelt. There is another seat you can ride on today over at Hunter Wright Stadium, AAC Tournament Softball. They're underway now. Brian Lyons duking it out over there as they're switching sides of the innings in a close one. And we're tied in a close one here in the bottom of the fifth. 8 runs apiece, Lorenzo.
Precisely, 8 runs apiece. Columbia, they have all the momentum in the world right now. Brenau posted those 6 runs in the first inning. Right there, it seemed like they were going to run away with the game. But Columbia, they hung around long enough, and now all of a sudden things are tied. You can see the swagger that they're coming out onto the field with. They can feel it. They feel things shifting in their direction. And also a shout out to Megan Dennis, because things seemed very dire for her after that first inning, and especially after coming off of not the best showing she's had in that first inning against Union. She wasn't able to make it out of the first inning against Union. So she's done a nice job settling into the circle and really stepping up for the Koalas.
Left side, and it's down just behind third base. She's going to make her way out to scoring position at second and easily onto the bag and safe.
And just what the doctor ordered for the Brenau Golden Tigers, Peyton Hawkins, what a fine time for her to get her first hit of the game. She gets in a scoring position. Brenau in need of some help here. They need to be able to try to put something on the board.
Hawkins doubles down the line. Harkey at the plate, 1 for 2 today. Megan Dennis dealing from the circle for the Purple Koalas. Bottom of the fifth. Strike. Count 1-1. Chant game getting involved from the other side now, the dugout of the Golden Tigers. A 1-1 wide on that, ball 2. Chopped left, and that's fair, and last second that goes foul. I was sure that was in play.
And you can see the coach over there at third base was telling her, come on, come on. It seemed to everyone on the field that it was going to stay fair. Wallace maybe catching a little bit of a break there. We'll see if it means anything.
I do have a scoring update for you for the game at Hunter Wright, the baseball side of the tournament, as this is chopped foul over the backstop. 2-1, Bluefield Rams leading the Lions at Bryan College. Both dugouts getting involved now. Getting a little activity from beside the clay. Dennis, the payoff pitch, chopped foul again, staying alive. Cameron Harkey 1 for 2, full count. Right side, popped up a fly, caught by the outfielder and sends her back to the dugout. Our first out of the bottom of the fifth. But the runner tags up and advances Big time motion down along the bases for the Golden Tigers, and in good shape in the bottom of this fifth inning, Lorenzo.
Yes, and that's so critical for Brenau. Even with their offense slowing down, they still find ways to just tack on a run here or a run there, just trying to be as creative as they can when they get a player on base, doing their best to take advantage.
Brown pinch hitting for Smith. Abigail Brown standing at the plate now. Harkey flied out right field just moments ago. Hawkins in prime scoring position for the Golden Tigers in a really close matchup in the bottom of this fifth inning. Tied at 8 runs apiece. The 0-1 pitch with one away, one on board on third. Golden Tigers in the bottom of the fifth. Big swing by Abigail Brown. Strike 2 for her. One away, tie ball game, bottom of the fifth. The 1-2 pitch sails outside of the zone. That's ball 2. Got a meeting coming in the circle for the Koalas. Quick breakdown on the field with one away, one in scoring position.
They're chanting the Jeopardy theme
song. Yeah, waiting.
Trying to tell
waiting
them to
music.
hurry up.
Little waiting lobby sounds. Here for it. Runner and scoring out on third. Abigail Brown taking her cuts. And that last ball filled the count. Megan Dennis with one away, the payoff pitch. Chopped right side, trending towards the chain link. This one out of play. Brown stays alive. Dennis battling on. I've got a good waiting music story for you. I'm going to save it for after the tension of this payoff pitch, though. Dennis delivers, chopped right side, and the shortstop can't glove it. The run coming home. The Golden Tigers take the lead. A 1-run lead in the bottom of the fifth for Brenau, 9-8.
And when the games get tight, those are the situations that you need to be able to hone in on your fundamentals. You need to be able to just slow down, do everything you can to make the play. That one just going through the legs of Monson. She couldn't secure it. And Brenau pulling back in front by a run. That's 4 errors now for Columbia. It's fair to wonder how different this game would be if they didn't have those, even if they just had half of that amount.
1-run ball game, bottom of the fifth. The action continues from Kingsport, Tennessee. First pitch seen by Ava Moon in the bottom of this 5th inning. Sails on by for a strike. Bunted right side. She's scrambling down to first. The play there. She's out. But the sack gets a runner into scoring position for the Golden Tigers, who lead by just a run. One on board, out in scoring position at second, 2 away, bottom of the 5th, 1-run ball game. SCSN AAC Digital Network. It's the Appalachian Athletic Conference softball tournament live from Brickyard Park. Popped up, left center, and they got her. So that'll retire the side. The Tigers get a small lead. We'll see what the Columbia Koalas can do to respond as we flip sides and take a break in Kingsport. Brickyard Park, beautiful 4-stadium facility in Kingsport, Tennessee. Today, it's the home of the 2023 AAC softball tournament. I say 2024 softball tournament. Lorenzo, what year is it?
I think it's 2024 sometimes. I'm not too sure.
I'm going to have to check the calendar on that.
Some days we're living in 1960, some days we're living in 2030. So.
I feel that. 2024 AAC softball tournament. 25-win Columbia Koalas trailing by just 1 to the 27-win Brenau Golden Tigers. Top of the 6th.
It's been such a good game so far. Neither side conceding an inch. And as these innings progress, it just seems like Columbia is just getting closer and closer. Right there at one point, tying the game up. Brenau was able to respond with a run of their own.
Right up the middle, the Koalas immediately on the bag. Well struck. Zips past Shaw. And Azurdia now 2 for 4 today as she's on board. Kylie Smith next to the plate for the Koalas. Bunt right side, she's cut down, but the sack advances the runner to scoring position at second. Azurdia singled to center field. Now she's on second in scoring position. Smith, the sack bunt. Skylar Monson 1 for 2 today. I don't know why, but the bats feel hot at the top of the 6th.
Hot indeed, especially for the Koalas, but we'll see what Sarah Shaw is able to do. Sarah Shaw has had moments where she's looked unstoppable out there in the circle.
That was the 1-0 pitch, ball 2. 1 away, off of the sack. 1-run ball game, top of the 6th. Runner in scoring position out on second. Monson chops that left side, and it goes foul. I like the ball chant. That's good. Sends that down the line and sends her on board over at first as she's walked. So now 2 runners on board for the Koalas. 1 in scoring position out on second. Elia Crowley next in the batting order for the Columbia Koalas. Crowley chops that off, foul left side.
No diggity chant was so nice they had to do it twice.
I'm here for the no diggity chant. Encore. It's dropped in. 0-1 pitch makes it 1-1. Crowley Jr. batting average this season, .221. She's recorded 21 hits, 20 runs this season for the Koalas. 2 on board for her in the late stages. Popped left side, down along the edge of the field and caught, so that'll send her back to the dugout. 2 away. That's routine play, but you have to make that in that situation. It puts you in good position if you're the Golden Tigers.
We've already seen in this game how difficult the routine can be sometimes, especially when the stakes are at their highest.
It's certainly a nerve-wracking situation. You're in the tournament. You've played all year. Some of these athletes are seniors that probably will never be able to play organized like this again. It's all on the line. Top of the 6th. 2 down, 2 on board, 1 in scoring position for Columbia.
This is the first time that we're getting a chance to see Ruthie Roman at the plate since her big-time home run in the top of the 5th inning.
Sarah Shaw delivers the 0-2 pitch. Strike 1. Rather ball 1, excuse me on that. Said 0-2, then said strike 1. The 1-2. Steps off for a moment. Count now 2-2 for Roman. Top of the 6th, 2 down. 2 on board, 1 in scoring position. Chopped through the infield, left side, play over at first. She didn't make it in time. We go to the bottom of the inning, and we'll be back in just a moment from Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. we bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. One-run ball game, bottom of the sixth, 9-8. Golden Tigers are in the lead against the Koalas of Columbia. Purple and gold duking it out in the late stages. Only one will move on. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. Thrilled to have you along for the ride with us. I think Lorenzo's fired up about some jerseys.
Well, the top-seeded Reinhardt Eagles have just arrived to the park, and you guys will see it 2 games from now, Reinhardt, when they take the field. I won't spoil what they're wearing, but just know it's a really nice get-up.
I think I might have just spoiled it.
That's quite unfortunate.
Bottom of the sixth, one-run game. Chopped up the left side. A play down at first. She can't get to her feet in time to make that play. On board and safe. Nice single.
And Monson had to lay out to get that ball, and then she needed to collect herself, but was not able to do so to make the throw in time. Brenau's ahead by a run. If they can add some insurance, that would definitely help their cause to come away with this win. Columbia definitely needs to try to keep them at bay.
Wanted to go down to first, looking that way. The catcher sends this back out to Dennis. Miles singled to the shortstop, who couldn't gather in time. She did make the play. She got on the ball, just couldn't gather in time to cut her down. Carly Cox at the plate, 0 for 1.
And I think people see it happen so much in games that they don't really have an appreciation for the difficulties of making plays like that. Like any time that you dive on the ground and get the ball, the ground hurts. No one wants to be on the ground.
The bunt, trying to turn that double. What a play for the Golden Tigers. Runners on the corners as that one sails on them.
And that'll be a call that I'm sure a lot of fans of the Koalas will definitely not agree with. We saw a few of them showing their displeasure after the play, but I believe it was the right call. The ball was bobbled. It wasn't a clean capture of the ball, and the runner is safe at first. Now runners in the corners for Brenau as they seem primed to add to their one-run lead.
There's another bunt right up the center. She's headed down the line, and the bases are loaded in Kingsport, Tennessee for the Golden Tigers of Brenau in the bottom of the sixth. They lead by 1 run, looking for some insurance runs, and the prospect of those runs is looking very good.
And because of how perfectly that bunt was laid down, it's going to appear, it seems like there might have been a ruling here that just occurred. I think they might have called the runner at second out.
It looks like it. I don't know why. That's the real question. Everybody in the press box here around us wants to know why as well. We know why. Stand by. One-run ball game, bases no longer loaded. They pull the batter back. Riley Smith. Well, much respect. You don't see that very often, but getting the call right, making the change, Lorenzo.
That's former checks and balances you don't always see out there from umpires and officials.
Popped up deep left, tagging up and coming home for that second insurance run, and they get it. 2-run ball game in Kingsport, Tennessee, as the Golden Tigers extend their lead with a sac fly.
And that may prove to be the most decisive run of the game. We're now ahead by just 1. Before that, now ahead by 2.
Strike 1. It's a 10-8 ball game. Golden Tigers leading. Koalas of Columbia. He nearly took the pitch. Riley Smith rolls. She's 2 for 3 today, a pair of RBIs. The right fielder steps off for a moment.
Brenau had their explosive inning in the first. They scored 6 runs in that inning, but what has struck me is the consistency with which they've been able to put at least 1 run on the board in each inning since then, save for the third. They've scored at least 1 run in the second, fourth, fifth, and sixth innings. And that's been the difference. That has been the reason why they're winning this game. Even when their offense isn't as explosive as it was in that first inning, they're finding ways to score.
Bottom of the 6th, 2 away. 2-0 pitch. Chop to the left, it rolls through the gap. She's on board and safe at first and elects not to try to get into scoring position. Make Riley Smith 3 for 4 on the day, as with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th, another runner on the board. They did get that insurance run already, looking for a second. Smith followed by Peyton Hawkins to bat. She's 1 for 3 on the day, has an RBI to go with it as well. Checking in over at first already. She's back on the bag and safe.
It's a pinch hitter in for Brenau, number 5, Brianne Brookshire. Brookshire, just a freshman. This is her 59th plate appearance of the year.
Brookshire shows bunt, play out at second, toss to the bag. She's safe.
And Brookshire's only appeared in limited games this year, a limited number of plate appearances, but she's been very effective when she's had a chance to go out there. 19 hits across her first 58, that .328 batting average. Let's see if she can come up with a big-time clutch hit for the Golden Tigers here.
Stands by for that one. Count now 2-2. Megan Dennis dealing. Bottom of the 6th, 2 away. Columbia eager to retire this side as it's fouled off left into the chain link fence. Crowd starting to fill up. Not too late to join them and be here with us in Kingsport. Reinhardt's got the gold jerseys on, looking good. Is that Johnson with a blue, Tennessee Wesleyan? Have yet to see those at the tournament. That one's floated in with 2 away. The payoff pitch. Big swing. She strikes out. That retires the side. The Koalas one last chance to get back in this and keep their season alive. We'll be back. SESN, AAC, Digital Network.
At Shry Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Shry Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television. Make an impact. Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
We're nervous. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, college softball on the Southeast Sports Network and AAC Digital Network. We're into the final stages of what has been an electric showdown between the Golden Tigers and the Columbia Koalas. Gabriel Shry, Lorenzo Robinson. We've flipped sides, gone to the top of the seventh. Right now the Golden Tigers are holding on to a 2-run lead. This is it, the last chance for the Koalas to make a comeback, Lorenzo.
Yes, they have 3 outs to work with, and they've done a nice job of continuing to battle throughout the game. Brenau, they've lived up to what they've done throughout the season. They have 10 runs, 13 hits. That's the type of showing we expect from them. Columbia's done a nice job hanging in there. They have 8 runs, 9 hits. They found ways to score throughout the game. But now, can they get it done with their season on the line?
First one dropped in for a ball. Fouled off left side. That's strike one. Popped to the right, down along the line. And they're able to get into this and send her back to the dugout. So 1 away. That's big time for the Golden Tigers.
Big time indeed. And now just 2 outs away from advancing into the tournament. Just setting the scene a little bit. These two teams are playing for the right to stay at the park today and play later on. The winner of this game will play the winner of the next game in an elimination game today at 5 p.m. Scheduled for 5 p.m.
Yeah, scheduled for 5 p.m. is right. I wasn't sure what the joke was at first. Supposed to be 5 o'clock, could be 7, we'll see. But we'll have it, and it'll be right here, AAC Digital Network, SESN Sports, and we hope you'll take the time to be with us. If you want to get snacks, now is the time. It's not your last chance. Popped off, fouled left side, out of play. And we are hearing from the Koalas in this late stage. Brooklyn Franco 2 for 2 today. Big swing on that. Strike 2, count is 2-2. 2-run ball game. Koalas with 1 down have to score here or their season is over. Chopped, and she almost had it, loses it in the dirt. Unreal. Franco with a little bit of luck. That dive was insane. If she had made that play, would have been one of the best plays I've ever seen. That was nuts.
That was a great attempt at it by the shortstop, Smith. She tried her hardest. She dove. She sold out for that one. And we all thought that she was able to get it, but then we saw that ball just crawl outside of her glove as soon as she was trying to get up.
Rolled out, snuck out. She had it, and it rattled out when she hit the ground. It was an amazing play.
Brooklyn Franco moving to 3 for 3 on the day.
Franco in the clutch. Top of the 7th, 1 on board. Do or die time, the season on the line for our Koalas. Mary Catherine Sanders, 1 for 4. The Tigers looking to shut the door. Popped left side, it's down just inside of the grass. 2 on board for Columbia.
Sanders stepping up big time there, getting her second hit of the day. And now it's the all-conference performer, Aislinn Sharp, coming back up to the plate.
At the least opportune time, with 2 on board and 1 in scoring position in the top of the 7th. One away. Shaw has 2 Ks today. One for 3, Sharp. Standing off for that first ball. She was honored, as you mentioned, all-conference, well-deserved honor. 357 average, 51 hits, 24 RBIs. She's a graduate student, so barring any COVID bonus years, injury years, this is it. Pulling off, holding off on the 2-0 pitch. The count is 3-0. 1 away. 2 on board, 1 in scoring position in the top of the 7th in a 2-run ball game. Sharp at the plate for the Koalas. Shaw floats that down. It's ball 4, and as if there wasn't enough drama, now the bases are loaded with Sharp on the bag at first. And that's a really good decision by the Golden Tigers when you're facing a talent with a bat like that, Sharp. 357 average. She's been so good this year, recognized for her success in AAC play. Go ahead and walk her.
It does load the bases, though, for a team that has been hot offensively all throughout the day.
I thought they were the same jersey. Truitt and Johnson are playing each other, and they have very similar uniforms today. It's created quite the rise out of the officials and the crew in the box. I love it. We're going to have fun with that one. We got to come up with a bunch of jokes before the game starts. No joke in this game. I like that we pegged it from the beginning. This is going to be a classic. This one's really good. A barn burner in the making. Here we are, top of the 7th, bases loaded with 1 away. The barn burner has arrived, and it's a full blaze. Hope Azurdia at the plate, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs today. She led us off with a highlight play in the first. Columbia, to keep their season alive, has to score runs. Popped foul over the top. Coming for the Reinhardt Eagles. Loveless watches that sail by.
Azurdia has been so clutch for Columbia all week long, coming up with 2 homers in back-to-back games.
Top of the 7th, bases loaded. The 0-1. Pulling off. Catcher looking both ways. The really difficult part of this situation is only one away. Popped up center left side, sailing towards the outfielder who has it, tagging up, coming home. There's one run for the Koalas with 2 away. That brings us to within 1. It's 10-9 in Kingsport, Tennessee in the top of the 7th inning.
And this is the season right here for Columbia. It's going to be Smith coming up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Doesn't really get any better than this.
No, and you just absolutely have to score here. There's no other option.
Literally, there is no other option.
This
Don't
is it.
score, it's over.
Change coming. Understandably so. 1-run ball game, top of the 7th. Runners on the corners for the Koalas. 2 away. It all comes down to this for Columbia. Kylie Smith, who's 0 for 1 today at the plate. Sarah Shaw dealing. Smith, a senior, an average of .391 this season. Stands by, suffering strike 1. Low on that. Ball 1. Count 1-1 for Kylie Smith. This is her 135th plate appearance this season. 52 hits, 30 RBIs. One-run ball game. Runners on the corners. Smith, a big swing for strike 2. The season in the balance for these two. Now, if the Golden Tigers did allow the runs here, obviously they've got a chance to flip the script in their favor, or even 1 run in the bottom half of this inning. 1-2. Outside, that's a ball. Count 2-2. Shaw dealing Smith, the season of the Koalas in her hands. She can tie it and send us to the bottom of the 7th. If she can't get in a run somehow, the season is over. Shaw with runners on the corners, 2 away, top of the 7th, fouled off into the backstop on the right side. Our second game today starts at 1 o'clock, 30 minutes ago. So be with us when that does start. That one's lasered in, and that fills our count. 2 away, runners on the corners, 1-run ball game, top of the 7th. Kylie Smith, 0 for 1 today. Her batting average an impressive .391. Shaw, the payoff pitch, big swing, fouls off, and in the process stays alive. She just barely dug that out.
Yeah, she got it by the literal edge of the bat. Some conversations happening in the circle. They're trying to make sure that Sarah Shaw is understanding of what the moment is. It's big time. This is for the season.
Here it is, the payoff pitch, and gonna walk her down and load the bases again. 2 away, bases loaded, top of the 7th. A fresh count and a fresh set of arms at the plate for the Koalas. It's Skylar Munson, 1 for 2 in this game.
And you heard the cheers coming from Columbia's side, and the audible groans from Brenau's side.
Monson, a big swing, strike one. Skylar, the shortstop. This is her 142nd at bat this season. 34 hits, 7 homers. Her average 236 in 2024. Shaw floats that one. 2 away, loaded bases. Count is 1-1. Sarah Shaw dealing for the Golden Tigers. They're looking to keep their season alive and get out of here without any more damage. Koala standing by. That's a strike. Count 1-2. Skylar Monson swinging the bat for Columbia. Shaw, the 1-2 pitch. Monson chops foul over the backstop. One-run ball game, top of the 7th. Loaded bases. Monson battling that count, hanging around, hanging in on this. Count is 2-2. Golden Tigers can advance with a strikeout. Koala's season is over with no runs. Chop left side, down along the chunk, and it goes just out of play. Close for comfort for the Koalas.
And Monson's being very disciplined. She's not going to chase anything. It seems like Shaw's going to have to pitch a strike if she's going to get out of this one.
Monson hanging around, hanging around. Count is 2-2 with 2 away, loaded bases. That's low. It fills our count for Shaw. Golden Tigers looking to close this out. Tournament action from Brickyard Park. By the way, you can get tickets and be here in person for this if you want. AACsports.com.
So much tension in the air. A strike ends the game, a ball, and we will continue to play on.
Payoff pitch. Chopped left side. She got it. The Golden Tigers advance. They win. Congratulations to Brenau University. A 1-run victory. Game 1, day 3. And what a hard-fought battle by the Koalas. Their spirit stayed strong until the end, letting the fans and the opposing team hear them from the dugout. A great season and nothing to be ashamed of after that hard-fought battle in Kingsport, Lorenzo.
And I think you hit the nail on the head. Columbia came out and they played great today. They stayed in it, they hung around, and they made it very difficult. But at the end of the day, Brenau able to pull it out, and they will advance to the elimination game later on today.
Really exciting stuff. We'll have the elimination game and all 4 of these great contests from Kingsport. Don't go anywhere, and thank you for being with us for this one. Again, the final score, 10-9, a victory for the Golden Tigers. Unreal play to advance to that elimination game. All broadcasts airing on our networks are broadcast live and our copyright material. Today's game will be archived inside of the app or platform where you viewed it and available for replay. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network.
Join SESN for an unmatched sports experience. Dive into the world of game highlights, real-time updates, and electrifying coverage. With SESN, you're not just watching sports, you're living them. Be the first to know, the first to see, and the first to share every big moment. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime? Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org.
To discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.